Yeah, yeah. Glitch the guarantee. Glitch the guarantee. Yeah. Glitch the guarantee. E&E. With your boy shit. Glitch, nigga. Shit, I'm about to flood the streets like when the levees break. Criminal minds, my Garcia can navigate. Flowing while I'm blowing this gas. Nigga, no brakes. Niggas not seeing me ever. I mean, no dates. Fuck around and end up going. You getting misplaced. E&E, the shit that I claim. You dealing with grace. Took over the game by storm like Rain's mixtape. Thankfully, I've been up in smoke like my mixtape. Counting cheddar shit, I'm about to make a grilled cheese. Niggas be faker than bad bitches with good weeds. On my John Wick shit like Keanu Reeves. Replacements won't be enough, you need the whole team. I've been a G since I could finish my ABCs. Kept it a buck so real niggas look up to me. This butcher boy shit get crazy when it's sick of me. I'm coughing out these dope bars till they sick of me.
Can't get rid of me, still can't find a remedy. Still blowing palmers, info cups of Hennessy. E&E, we own our shit independently. When I go out on a limb, I take extremities. I can see right through transparency. Heard their self-esteem low, insecurities. Now or never, like glitch the guarantee. What's the recipe? King L's Reflection 3. All these chapters in my life, you can turn the page. Books can't tell you my story, gotta live a day. Glitch got my back, yeah, you can copy that. Man, we control the seat, you can copy that. Leave your whole state red like Republicans. Putting fire on the track, now it's bubbling. Butcher boys, E&E, you in trouble, kid. Add first 100 mil, you can double it.
Let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Automatic nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Butcher boy shit, nigga, let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Blow sick, corona, jealous in the motherfucker. Can't even take a step, that's how far I trust you. This black boy turned to shine king under pressure. West side fat jacks, I took more to measure. Shave the extras, that's business. Started feed street blues, what I talk, royal blood flowing free. Power on my mind, knows the gang is kind. Read between the lines, it was in my eye. If they ain't got real lines, it ain't hard to spot a counterfeit. Undefeated, ultra real, Fern Gully Mountain shit. Couple hot shots, turn on the frozen margaritas. Even better when it's served with some flawless features. Next year they gotta pay for these flawless features. Flawless victories from the flaws that they teach us. Now my flow imitate how I board the plane non-stop. The little J gon' take over with my time side.
Yeah, I get right to it. My nigga, we beg your pardon. We putting niggas back in boxes. Yeah, they be harder. My flow be retarded. Sick, I need hella help. My groove came back. This must be how Stella felt. We just started kicking it like a yellow belt. We all made it to the pros. This is how LaMelo felt. You better yell out help. Here comes the double team. You catch me in the spot, then you know that the boy is clean. The Louis V look mean with the magazine. So if you try it, you get shot. No vaccine. If you was asleep before I came, then I'm the caffeine. I pull the jokers out the deck. Yeah, there ain't no laughing. In CEO fashion, we sticking to the business. Wouldn't even let a vegan knock me off my chicken. Something about the VVS when the sun is hitting. Should be flashing like the lights when you getting
Let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Yeah. What up? It's your brother, your brother Virgil Beard, aka Stacks with the Facts. Y'all know we here Monday night.
Struggling with complicated content and editing software? I was too. Riverside really simplifies things. Riverside makes the entire process easy, from recording.
We're gonna get through it tonight, man.
Glitch the guarantee.
History of violence.
2020 got me seeing so clear. Put your boy shit. Martian glitch. You cool nigga. This is the cool.
Major.
We on the rise now, middle fingers in the sky now. Rolling haze, so we high now. How we ride now? All coops with the top down. And we listen in the top down. Trees got a whole pound. Real G's when we come round. Niggas know how it's going down. Yeah, we on the up, bitch. Real shit you should fuck with. E&E, throw it up shit.
And we stay ballin', like we sponsored by Sporting. Ball looking for the fall in, soldiers all fall in. And we go all in, while we listening to all in, while you all talking. We smoking and coughing, till we land in the coffin, glitching, nauseous. Yeah, stepping out office, yeah, it is that bullshit. Kill him in vain, it's vanity. Yeah. Do it again, it's insanity. Yeah. Nauseous a real vigilante. Yeah. Killing these kids is plan B. Yeah. Hood is too hot with an antifreeze. Yeah. Blowing on leaves in these plenty trees. Okay. Don't break the code, this family. Okay. We cutting off legs like amputees. My flow is classic, antique. Yeah. Freaking the beat is in Japanese. Yeah. Ever our cook is a masterpiece. Yeah. When money talkers be Guapanese. Okay. Fire and flame mixed with gasoline. Sick. Passing my sons, that's a legacy. Sick. Study the gang, how they testing me. Yeah. They dropped the ball, man, that's incomplete. Beat them so bad, make them retreat. Yeah. All of these gems you can retweet. Yeah. Play with your boys on repeat. You pay the price with your receipt. Yeah. Below $1 million, flipping it. Okay. Everyday noise get sickening. Trying to flip bills to trillions. Turning these good girls to villains. Lyrics is sick. Butcher shit. Any clip where we represent. Put it on wax like a candlestick. We moving units and measurements. Cooking it up in the lab. We just performing experiments. Since I'm the bomb atomic, these rappers out of my element.
We on the rise now, middle fingers in the sky now. Rolling haze, so we high now. How we ride now? All coops with the top down. And we listen in the top down. Trees got a whole pound. Real G's when we come round. Niggas know how it's going down. Yeah, we on the up, bitch. Real shit you should fuck with. E&E, throw it up shit.
And we stay ballin', like we sponsored by Sporting. Ball looking for the fall in, soldiers all fall in. And we go all in, while we listening to all in, while you all talking. We smoking and coughing, till we land in the coffin, glitching, nauseous. Yeah, stepping out office. Yeah, it is that bullshit.
Glitch, nigga. Perfected my flow. If I'm on the track, then you know it's a go. The guarantee, nigga, and I guarantee treat the gas like the Clippers, you know I'm a choke. Only exotic when blowing the smoke. No one ahead of me. I got the recipe. Do this shit easily. This is my destiny. Sick throwing lobs. I'm dunking on everything. Niggas is sick, and I got the remedy. What I prescribe is extra artillery. Get in my zone and start going berserk. I'm feeling like Clay when he went off a 60. With the bullshit, swear to God you can miss me. Best friends with the money, Aaliyah and Missy. I come from the bottom, to try me is risky. Throwing this K like that bitch is a frisbee. Real talk, let me lock in, show these niggas what I do. Axe Rain, I'll be standing next to players too. Front line shit, nigga, I'm the fucking truth. Top 6 ever of the 5 in my group. Niggas still bang top down in the coop. Butcher boyed up and we coming for the loot. E&E shit, we the best, yeah, it's true. Just to guarantee you, nigga, this is what I do.
Yeah. Y'all already know we about to get straight to it. You know, to do it. We're absolutely gonna do it like we used to. Yeah. What's good with everybody, man? Y'all already know it's your brother Virgil Bear, aka Stats for the Facts, and we are here tonight. Everybody, welcome to the show, man. All praises be to the Most High God, Yeshua Mashiach. We all woke up earlier today. We've been awake ever since. It's a beautiful thing, man. We got the breath of life breathed into us one more again. We got a chance to make things right. It's a beautiful thing because so many people didn't today. So many people. Right? So y'all already know, man. I've been thinking about this show for a minute now. You know what I'm talking about? Because ever since this whole thing with our young brother KARMELO, what I can honestly say, Mr. O, what's happening, Joe? Got my brother, Mr. O, from that Windy City, Chi Town, up out of that goddamn Inglewood up in the building. Yeah, I've been wanting to have this show for a minute, man, for lots of reasons. When I say a minute, I don't mean like months, like a hell of a long time. I mean like ever since this situation with our young brother KARMELO, you know what I'm talking about? we're gonna have a conversation tonight. Ever since this situation with Carmelo has come about, what we have seen is what I like to refer as that good old white American racism, right? Because make no mistake, racism, as we know it in America today, has been garnered, I would dare say created, you hear me, maintained and even amplified by so-called white society, right? And when we have conversations like this, y'all, if we're not going to be honest, we gotta have we might as well not have the conversation. I should say, if we ain't gonna be honest about what we're talking about, there's no point, no need to have a conversation at that point, right? Cheers, man. Make sure you drink your water, right? White America: A History of Violence, Slavery, Jim Crow Integration. And I'm gonna divvy it up in these three eras, with the exception of adding in a little bit of Reconstruction as well too. We ain't gonna be here for too long. It's because really don't take too long to break all of this down. You hear me? You did? You understand what I'm saying? And the other night on my show, right, it was the brother Dalton was on the show, right? And Dalton clearly, I'm gonna say he's a white supremacist, but I'm gonna just say he's an advocate for white people. And I don't find anything wrong with that. Because I'm definitely an advocate for my people. I would only expect a white American to advocate for white people. Right? But Dalton was on the show, and he was displaying some of the behavior, even using some of the talking points that a lot of white folks use nowadays. You know what I'm talking about? When this topic comes up. And like the poll question I asked, right? Because not only do I think and believe this, I know this to be true. All you have to do is converse with these people and let them talk. Oh, and when I say these people, I'm talking about white people, right? Notice that whenever we get to talking about things of a historical nature, notice they get to get in this whole this whole mind frame of oh, it happened in the past. That wasn't us. Things are different now. These are some of the words you hear white folks say, right? Which I think is very disrespectful. It's very disrespectful, and it's very what's the word I'm looking for here? It's very disrespectful, man. Disingenuous, yes. And I say that because they got taught the same stuff we got taught in school, because we was in school with each other. Outside of what else that they may have learned along the way. But you know, we got the internet nowadays, and there's a lot of information out there, right? Lots of information out there. We all have access, equal access, to a plethora of knowledge and information that is now online, and we can see who white folks as a whole in America is all about. And I think it's a beautiful thing because this thing with our brother KARMELO has, like I said, brought out good old white American racism. That blatant in your face stuff that I love, so I know who he is and how to deal with you if I so choose. Right? It's you fake cool, want to jack all of our swag, but talk about us crazy to other white folks or about us behind our back to our own people. You know? And to sit up here and when it comes to KARMELO, to try to paint our brother KARMELO in the image of a criminal. Like he's a thug, like he's a criminal, like he is the leader of other humans, right? Like he's a savage, right? All of which he is none. All of which our young brother KARMELO is none. He's not any of that. He's actually a really good kid. I didn't say he was a perfect kid. I said he's a really good kid. Our young brother Trayvon, man. I mean, I said Trey. Rest of that. I'm thinking of Trayvon. Our young brother KARMELO. Look at our young brother, man. Look at our young brother KARMELO, man. He ain't no thug. He ain't no criminal. He ain't a gangster. He don't roll with the gang. He's an athlete, honor roll student, great son to his mother and father, great brother to his sister and brothers, great role model for his little brothers. Right? And they're trying to paint this picture of our little bro as if he's the opposite of everything he actually is. And then they're using KARMELO as the poster child for why us black males in America are just so violent. We're so violent. And the violence that's being imposed upon white folks from young black men is just getting out of control. Stop it. The audacity, if you ask me, right? The absolute audacity. Trying to paint our young brother as if he is the poster child for all young black males and black men as well. That we're all thugs, we're all criminals, we carry knives, we stab people, we unalive people, delete people, even ourselves, which is all true to some extent. But if you go to every other group of people, you're going to have the gangbangers. It's just the focus on us because we be lit. We lit in everything we do, even when we do things that are totally wrong, negative, and against what's right and exact. Even that's lit when we do it. Right? Everything we do is lit. You know, and I'm not bragging about the negative aspect of it. I'm just being honest, man. Damn, Patrick, what's happening, man? Right? You know? My man 50 said, I am not gang. I do not gang bang. You gotta let that be known on top nowadays, man. Right? They're trying to, through the image in a story connected to our young brother Carmelo Anthony, they're trying to make us black men the poster child of violence in America, specifically black male violence being exacted upon white America. Not even white men, but right, white America. I'm having this hangnail all day, y'all. I had to just get it with the fingernail clipper because it's been bothering me. I felt it through my gloves at work, and I said, man, what is that, man? Keep your handy fingernail clipper on deck. Anyway, and they're trying to, through the person of our brother Carmelo, make him the poster child for all male black violence. Right? All right, cool. That's cool. Right? All right, whatever. You know, for one, Carmelo doesn't represent all of us. He's a young boy, so he definitely don't represent the men. And most guys that come from the environment that specifically Carmelo come from don't turn out to be thugs. So I'm not saying, right? I said for the most part. And our young brother Carmelo absolutely does not fit that description. The jacket don't fit him. He's actually a very good, I'm pretty sure, you know, not a perfect kid, but he's a decent kid, a good kid. Right? White America, A History of Violence is the title of the show. And I titled that title in the way that I did because I want to put on basically an expose, if you would, of the history of violence that has been exacted upon American society by so-called white people. Now, anybody can do what I'm about to do. When I say anybody, I mean anybody can show pictures from slavery and pictures from construction, pictures from or for reconstruction, pictures from integration or Jim Crow. You could do that if you have a critical thinking mind enough, and you can put together a whole collage, PowerPoint, whatever it is you need to do. Right? But yeah, man, I don't need to do any of that because I can freestyle off the top. Not only am I well-versed, study, and learn from a research top, I'm experienced in actual life lived, right? And what I can say is, as a young mustache, like how Carmelo is, right? And although a little bit scared that he may be, you feel me? Carmelo ain't no thug. Look at that. That's not the, listen, I've been locked up and grew up with dudes who end up being straight murderers. Right? Carmelo ain't gang, man. Carmelo is a young boy, student athlete, good kid all around. He made some mistakes, I'm pretty sure. You know, did something he probably wasn't proud of, I'm pretty sure. But he ain't the face of criminality. He doesn't represent black male, especially young black male aggression towards white society, specifically white men, grown men at that. Right? So, you know, shout out to our young brother Carmelo, man. You know? You know? And one thing we ain't going to do, or should I say we cannot allow the mainstream media to further tarnish not only our young brother Carmelo's image and reputation, we can't allow them to try to make him the face that represents all of us in so-called black male violence, specifically and especially this so-called black male violence being exacted upon white America. When white America has the history of violence that is so violent, so savage, so demonic that it pales in comparison. And this is why I say every single trip we get, brethren, sister, we need to be exposing some part of their history. We ain't never going to let y'all forget. And if Virgil Berry, a.k.a. Stacks with the Facts, got anything to do with it, which I do, I'm going to make sure, right? So even if our young brother Carmelo end up going to that Who's Gal, which highly potentially he will, I don't know the ins and outs, the outs and the ends, but I just don't see this leaning the opposite of that way. But hopefully the Most High going to do his job, do his work, and, you know, man, all praises be, right? But I just want to speak on our young brother Carmelo real quick because, like I say, the topic of the show is history of violence, slavery, Jim Crow, integration. As a result of integration, right, we was much better off when we were separate yet equal. Think of the Tulsa, think of Ocala, think of Ocoya, think about Mount Vernon out here in our city. The Mount Vernon historical area. The homecoming, fire. Or should I say coming home? The coming home is one of the quintessential part of my childhood and anybody else's childhood if they my age in Columbus, Ohio. Memories. You did. Memories. Right? We got my man Holy 123. Right. Yeah, they don't know. They think they do, but they don't. Right? No group of people in America or on earth, I ain't gonna say no group of people, but they're definitely the most prominent, prevalent one for sure. Right? Right. Yeah, and my thing is you know, when it comes to slavery, right, when it comes to the history of violence in so-called white America, man, like I could literally just close my eyes and do that type of thing. I mean, it's all been recorded, it's all been archived and painted about, and you know, I think, and this is another disingenuous aspect to it, I think when white folks sit up there and have this attitude when it comes to this whole situation, we're going to talk about this, if you have that attitude of off, get over it, if you got that attitude like, oh, that was so long ago, was it? It wasn't even 200 years ago. And I know that some of y'all who think in very linear ways, they'll be like, man, 160, 70 something years ago, man, that's a long time ago. And it is. But in the grand scheme of things, it's a drop in the bucket. Right. Shout out to Monique, baby. What's good with you? Right. A history of violence. Right. Now, shout out to our young brother Carmelo, man. Right. Shout out to our young brother Carmelo, man. Hopefully our brother come out in the best possible way he can in that whole situation. You did? And I mean that, man. You did. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, share on your social engineering. We about to get straight to it, Jack. All right. Now let me be clear with y'all, right? Let me be clear with y'all. And Holy 123 ZXC, America is not an ungodly place. Not in the way you spelling it anyway. Huh? In the way that you spelling it, y'all don't know. But let me tell y'all something just in case y'all didn't know. Whenever you spell, when you are out the word, notice I said spell, right? As in casting the spell, right? Nah, but the proof's in the pudding, man. This is the imagery, right? That's what's up, man. That's a beautiful thing, man. Right? Slavery, like everything else in this country, is a business. Right? America was designed to be business oriented. And as long as it makes money, it's good. Right? Right? History of violence, man. Nothing says or nothing proves that white America are the main purveyors, the absolute face historically of violence. Right? If we're going to talk about who's the most violent people in America, of course it's white folks. Simply because black folks never imposed a systematic structure onto any group of people for any reason at any time in history in America. You did? Flat out. And the first thing we're going to get into that proves that is slavery. Chattel slavery, indentured servitude, right? Right? This is y'all history right here, white people. This is y'all history. My man .com in the building, what's happening? My man Dez, what's happening? Right? This is y'all history. So white folks, when I do the show that I'm doing right now, right? Let's be very clear. Because I don't have hate in my blood, heart, or spirit at all. Right? I'll leave the hating up to y'all. You did? Y'all can deal with all of that. I love my brothers and sisters regardless, but it's just certain stuff I'm not going to allow to transpire, align myself with, or go along with, or any of the support, any of that. And when that time comes, if it does, hopefully it don't, then I would be the first person to let one of my brothers or sisters know to their face. But this is y'all history, white America. This is y'all's history. Y'all's forefathers came here with the promise of getting some land, getting some money, and be able to establish generational wealth if they would only allow or help contribute to, right, all these other ethnicities, ethnic groups from out of Eastern Europe. Right? They was all tradesmen. Y'all got me messing up on my text message, man. She was like, what the hell, he Hanson, right? This is y'all history, man. Slave trading. And notice I said y'all came here under the employ, not in charge, basically contracted on behalf of the various royal families throughout Europe, the main one being the British royal family, the House of Windsor. It wasn't, when we're talking about white people, we're not talking about just people from the United Kingdom. We're talking about Dutch. We're talking about French. Right? We're talking about Slavic people. We ain't gonna get into that. That's another topic for another day. But we're gonna show y'all's history. We ain't gonna never let y'all forget. At least over here at A-Real Talk, we're gonna remind every time a situation like what happened with our brother Carmelo happened, I'm gonna be front line, 10 toes down, in support of the brethren. Until they do something that's so questionable to where I'm like, I can't rock with that. Right? Like how my boy Kanye just did. Right? That's, yeah. Like I said, I want to respect you, but I can't. When you do stuff like that, I can't respect you. As a man, I just can't. Right? And I know it's not just white people, but we focus specifically on so-called, that's why I keep saying so-called white people. Right? You did? We're talking about specifically white people today. We're talking about people who are the descendants of Pogs. People who are the descendants of so-called Anglo-Saxons. People who are the descendants, right, of wasps. I know I've seen that earlier, Monique Robinson. The Most High will not be mocked. I keep trying to tell y'all, man. The Most High will not be mocked in any shape, form, or fashion, man. Right? I'm going to just leave that up there. Right? This is y'all's history in America. Right? And we are never going to let it die down. We're going to constantly remind y'all of y'all's very, very tainted, dysfunctional, demonic history. Every trip. You dig? You dig? Yeah, man. I'm about to show y'all, man. Right? Although we all are familiar with y'all's history in this country, right? Right? This picture right here is, depiction, of a slave auction. Slaves being rebellious. Right? Y'all better not ever try to pull no shit off like that again in modern times. Look at it. And you can tell these people right here, this is a mixture of all the white people. You got the Dutch, you got that hat on, we got the Dutch, the French, English, Germans, Swedes, everybody from all over Europe was here, man. That's why I got them funny last names and stuff, man. These people from all over Europe, man. Right? You'll have a history of violence in this country, man, that's just unmatched. Right? Right? History of violence. I'm talking about, God, damn, I got a literal history that's all on the internet for everybody to see. For everybody to see. Right? You did. We don't want to hear any type of attempts being made on our image as if we are the main purveyors of violence in America. Oh, hell no. We ain't letting that shit ride. I ain't letting it ride. And you see what my shirt I got on, man. You did. We ain't going, man. So every time they try to tarnish our image and make us the face of negativity, violence, drug selling, baby dads, gang ass dudes, we're going to expose them for the demonic people they are. You get it? I just noticed that a lot of people don't be hip to me and my brothers and slang, and I gotta stop expecting people to understand what I mean when I say certain stuff. You know what I mean? I'm trying to poly with my son like it's Father's Day. You did? There are a history of violence in America, white folks. Right? You'll have a literal history, an archive history. Right? Like literally. We ain't never sprayed y'all with no fire hoses. We ain't never lynched y'all. We ain't never burned y'all at the stake, burned y'all cities down. We ain't never create a systematic structure that will prevent you from owning a home, being able to be a man and provide for your family. We've never done that in America. And even if we were in a position to do it, we still wouldn't do it. This is how you know white America knows that they've been the main purveyors of violence, specifically racially charged fueled violence, is because they're terrified, and their biggest fear is us doing what we're doing now. Understand that, my black brethren and sistren. No, not other people of color. No, only us. Only us. Right? We don't get down like this. Right? Now, we might inflict violence upon each other at a rate way more than what we should. Right? But we don't even know if that's all the way true, because y'all study us. We don't study y'all. Oh, but we do now. We study y'all, but we don't make periodicals and essays and dissertations and put it in newspapers and shit like that. Not PhD historians. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. All right. And like I said, white folks, y'all have a history of violence. And the ill part about it is, shout out to my brother Red Supreme, I don't even have to go back to slavery to prove or validate what I'm saying. I don't have to even go that far back. But I do go that far back to show y'all, white America, that y'all actually have a very, very prominent, prevalent, deep, dark history of violence, specifically in the Americas, and not just specific to North America or these United States. See, they're trying to say that us black folks, us FBA black men, they're saying that we're the most violent group of men in America. And with this situation with our little brother Carmelo, they're trying to paint us as being the face of violence in America. No, not even provable to be true, even with the high alarming rates amongst us that we delete each other. Pales in comparison to what the American government has done, currently doing, and will continue to do. I dare say get worse as far as speeding up the process. What you talking about, Monique? Hold on. Monique said they locked us up for weed while white people were smoked all up. Right? Oh, okay. I see what I was seeing earlier. Right? Y'all, yeah. As long as it ain't no disrespect going on, we good. Y'all can say whatever y'all want in the comment section, man. Right? Look at the imagery. We ain't never sit up here and told y'all, and I like when my brother bring this point up too, because it just put everything in perspective. Or put a lot of things in perspective, right? When it comes to getting sprayed with a water hose, man, right? Right? When it comes to a fire hose, right? Let me tell y'all something. You did. Right. I'm looking something up real quick, y'all. Of a regular fire hose. That water be coming out pretty fast, G. The usual working, right? The normal pressure of a fire hose is 800. Ooh, man, it's pretty powerful. I wouldn't want to get sprayed by no water hose. It look like it hurt, right? Yeah, man. America, y'all have a history of violence, white America, right? And this imagery proves it. Any imagery that I could pull up will prove it. That y'all, for the most part, right? Most of y'all think just like each other, just like most of us, right? The only difference is throughout history, we've never desired, thought about, plotted on, right? We never thought about, you understand what I'm saying? Let me go back to this. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We never thought about doing no messed up stuff to y'all. We ain't never thought about the type of stuff that white American society has inflicted upon America. You know, we don't desire to have dominion over nobody but our houses and our communities. Right? Look at the imagery. Right? All throughout American history, you gonna see who inflicting the violence. We're gonna see who inflicting the violence globally, and nationally in America. Huh? Right? Who's the face of violence in America? Right? Right? Even to one of y'all own, man. Listen, man. I want y'all to understand that there's some white folks in America who don't give a damn about slavery, man. There's some white folks in this country that wish we was back in slavery. Right? You did. Y'all have a whole history of violence. Right? Specifically being unleashed upon us Black Americans, us foundational Black Americans, specifically. Right? I know they was making an Emmett Till movie. Did y'all know that? Oh man, this is gonna be dope. Oh, they already made the movie. I must ain't seen it. Huh? History of violence, man. Right? Right? History of violence. Specifically, right? Specifically being unleashed upon us Black Americans, foundational Black Americans, specifically. Right? And here's the proof. This is the proof. This is Tulsa, Oklahoma, where maybe some of the richest Black folks in American history presided. It's the home of the infamous, classical, iconic funk band. You hear me? Goddamn it, my brother Charlie Wilson and his crew, man. You feel me? The American government went in and razed Tulsa, literally bombed it and destroyed it. Why? Y'all got a history of violence, man. Yes, y'all do. You did? I mean, y'all got a whole history, man. And this is what I say. This is where the cognitive dissonance is sitting in at with y'all, right? Yeah, you heard what my man .com said, man. Y'all have a history of violence. Yeah, the Gap Band. Yeah. My mind was blanking for a second. Y'all have a history of violence. Look what happened in Tulsa. Y'all got so upset that we was balling out of control like this. Not even 60 years out of slavery. Not even 60 years out of so-called chattel slavery, which most of us just weren't in. Most of us were Slavs, employees, working for hire, like how the white folks was. How you think niggas had money if everybody wasn't slaves, man? How you think some of them dudes back in the day had money? Right? And you definitely gonna see that out there in Oklahoma. Right? Definitely gonna see that out there in Oklahoma. I'm talking about a lot of native, so-called native, right? You'll have a history of violence, white America. Whether y'all want to face it or not, whether y'all want to accept it or not, that's on y'all. So go get some therapy, right? You shouldn't be feeling no type of way as a white person. This whole white guilt stuff, man, get out of here with that soft ass shit. We know good and damn well it wasn't y'all, but it was y'all's people. And through the experiences that lots of us have had, and I'm going to speak for a lot of us when it comes to our interaction with y'all on at work, whether it be in public, and whatever the situation may be, right? He said it'll be a day of reckoning, right? a history of violence, man. Y'all destroyed y'all's people, y'all's listen, y'all's forefathers destroyed the city of Oklahoma, the city of Tulsa, Oklahoma, because niggas, rich billionaire niggas, built the whole neighborhood of Greenwood, Archer, and Pine into the most prominent real estate in the entire state of Oklahoma, in the city of Tulsa. And I've been to Tulsa before. Hot. Right? I've been to Tulsa numerous times. Right? And they burnt Tulsa to the ground, all based on a lie, much like what our brother KARMELO was going through. Just like Emmett Till. Huh? Y'all gonna try to say that we's the face of violence? Hey, y'all got us all the way messed up and twisted. Now we're gonna show who the real face of violence is in America tonight, Jack. You did. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, share on your social engineering, right? Right? It's crazy what they did to our little bro, man. Right? Crazy. Right? Y'all got us all the way messed up. Thinking y'all gonna try to make us to be the face of violence when y'all have been forever, literally. Right? Right? Yeah. And what a lot of y'all don't understand is that a lot of the natives, a lot of the indigenous people on here, they're black. Cherokees, black. Yeah, most of them. I have family members on my daddy's side who are members of the Cherokee Nation. Right? All indigenous so-called people are black. Right. And of course, the indigenous black people in this land, of course, they had differences with each other. Of course, they even went to war with each other at times. Right? Of course they did. But even in commencing in war amongst each other, they had a code of honor, a code of ethics. Right? Now, our brother Emmett Till. Hold on real quick. Right? Y'all got a history of violence, man. Don't try to make it seem like we are the main purveyors in the face of violence in America when it's y'all. And we're gonna sit up there and smack y'all with this goddamn historical facts straight like this, so y'all could never be mistaken about who the true face of violence is in America. Because it definitely ain't us. Although we do engage in violence, mostly inflicted upon each other, but nah, we ain't how can I say this, man? Man, they come out to me later, man. But Emmett Till, though, our brother Emmett Till, this is another example of a young brother who had extreme violence enacted upon him from white America. Simply because one of they little fast-ass little girls was feeling little bro. I mean, look at young Emmett Till. He got that goddamn dob on, man. That boy was clean, man. He probably was a young ladies' man. Rest in the essence to him. Y'all seriously gotta knock it off, and y'all gotta relax. Rest in the essence to Emmett Till, man. They did our young brother physically like how they're psychologically, socially trying to destroy Carmelo now. Right? Rest in the essence to the young brother Emmett Till. Our young brother Emmett was just being an innocent young boy, man. Flirting with the little white chick, man. He ain't used to seeing white chicks, man. She was a decent looking white chick too. You know, he was sitting up there talking to her. Basically, what happened was, rest in the essence to Emmett. Emmett was sitting there making himself noticeable because, you know, that he ain't never seen no white girl like this pretty before. You did? And her little fast, hot in the ass self, because she thought that Emmett was just so handsome and so, you know, this black guy. He's just handsome and he's cool. Right. All these years later, just a few years ago, this bra come out and admit that she made the whole thing up. But I wonder how many of y'all understand, right? I wonder how many of y'all understand that our brother Emmett Till, right? I wonder how many of y'all understand that not only did they ruthlessly mob style, and I don't mean mafia, I mean mob as in a lot of people, they went over to where Emmett's mama house was at, and they went up in his mama house and dragged him out of there, pulled him from his mother's arms, and just, you know, man, stuff is crazy, man. And y'all want to try to make us the poster child of violence? All right. All right. I'm going to sit up there and drop the link, man. I want to see what y'all come up here and spit your game, talk your ish. Spit your game, talk your ish. Yeah. All right. Let me drop the linkage for y'all, man. In case some of y'all brothers and sisters want to come up and spit your game, talk your shit. Right? So rest in the essence to our young brother Emmett Till. And y'all want to say that we are the face of violence. Right? And I'm not, don't get it twisted, y'all. I don't want y'all to get it misconstrued like I'm sitting here trying to do pat. So I'm just showing some proof as to why we are not the face of the image and face of, we ain't gonna do it. We ain't going, right? We ain't gonna do it. We ain't gonna do it at all, right? And that's just one of many examples. One of many examples. Crazy stuff, man. Wild and crazy stuff, man. You know, and they be saying stuff too. It's like basically they be in the mind frame of like, I mean, it happened so long ago. You guys are not over it yet? No. We ain't never going to be over it. Right? Now, over it in the sense is that, we ain't going to allow them to perform, but stop or prevent us performing our daily duties as adults and grown people. Now, I'm not saying that. If that's what you're thinking. Right? Crazy, man. This is, man, I'm telling y'all, man. Right? Right? So now we got to get into Jim Crow. Right? Which is wild, man. Y'all remember that group from Atlanta back in the day called Jim Crow? That's where Polo the Don was at. Right. Right. Let me put this in. Maybe this might work for the search. Right? We ain't ever create no system to where it will be difficult for Black folks to get jobs to be able to provide for their families. Right? After all, you did. Right? I'm gonna drop the link for y'all, man. Anybody want to sit up here and come up here, man? You're more than welcome to, man. You did. Right? Jim Crow. Another step in the another rung in the ladder of the major purveyors of white supremacy being the so-called white American influence. Right? Right? You gotta really sit back and laugh at some of this stuff, man. For real, man. You gotta sit back and laugh, man. Laugh because it's funny for real, man. Right? Jim Crow. There was a set of laws that pertain to Black folks. There was a set of laws that pertain to white folks. Integration wasn't a thing yet. Man, this situation right here, historical violence, once again, of the so-called white people. Look what they did to our brethren and sister city. You did. We wasn't doing this to none of y'all, man. We ain't never did none of this to nobody. This ain't how we get down. Right? Listen here, man. I like to laugh too, Monique, man. Not at the detriment of somebody else, though. Right? Y'all got a history of violence. This is Jim Crow. Specific laws pertain only to white folks and absolutely did not pertain to us or any other people for that matter, but specifically us. Now here it is. All these years later, now we talking about getting our reparations. Right? And during Jim Crow, it was illegal for us as Black men to talk to white women, engage in conversation with, let alone put some pipe up in a man. Listen, you did. You know, I'm talking about it was literal rule. We couldn't drink out of the same water fountain. We couldn't use the same restroom. Niggas had to sit at the back of the bus. Right? And they want to try to call us the face, make us out to be the main purveyors, the main people doing all this violence. Right? Y'all have a history of violence. Systematic, physical, spiritual, all of that. Nah, we don't get no reparations. We don't get no reparations because we don't have a land of origin that we can tie ourselves to legally. Not all of us anyway. But shout out to the homie Dane Calloway. It don't need to be all of us. Right? Jim Crow. So I don't want to hear no. I don't want to hear nothing about we as black folks, as black men. Like, what? Nah, we are not the face of violence. No, at all. I'm not saying that, man. Listen, we ain't never set up no systematic structure that would prevent or deter black folks from succeeding. We ain't never made up laws that prevented y'all from interacting with our women physically, sexually, if you would. Huh? Right? Burnt Tulsa to the ground. One of the most thriving FBA communities on earth. Do y'all hear me? O.W. Gurley was a billionaire. I want y'all to understand that, man. O.W. Gurley was a billionaire, bruh. Right? Our brother O.W. was a straight up boss. Right? Right? Rest in the essence to O.W. Gurley. O.W. Gurley was a gangster and a gentleman and a scholar. You did? Shout out to my brother O.W. Gurley, rest in the essence to him as well. One of the first black billionaires in America. Yeah. Right? And this brother right here, man, was a for the lack of a better term, a genius. Right? And he figured out how to operate outside of the money laundering, money changing, counterfeiting, fraudulent ass system. He figured out how to operate outside of it. And they didn't like that, meaning the people who was running shit. So, you know, he was already old at this time when he passed. O.W. Gurley was like 90-something when he died, man. Right? And they was balling. Some of the most prime real estate in I'm going to go ahead. The most, man, listen. Shout out to my brother O.W. Gurley, man. You know what I'm saying? Them boys was that one type of rich. They had an area in Tulsa called Millionaires Row, where the whole strip living on both sides of the street is nothing but the balling ass, rich ass black folks. Right? Crazy stuff, man. Right? I want y'all to take some things into consideration. You dig? Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, share on your social engineering. I thought some of y'all might want to come up and speak on this, but I guess not. That's all good. That's all right. Right? We ain't tripping. You feel me? Rest in the essence to O.W. Gurley. Billionaire status. Y'all better do your research on this, man. This man was extremely wealthy. He was on the equivalent to Bill Gates, Elon Musk type guys right now. All right? Man, oh man. History of violence. Right? Y'all have a history of violence in America, white America, specifically towards us FBA'S. Now, anybody tapping in, don't get it twisted. This ain't no sympathy or none of that. None of that. We just keeping it 100. And that's what we do over here, man. Right? Right? And now we have integration, the civil rights movement. Right? 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 Integration, which I personally believe was the worst thing that happened to us as a collective in this country. Right? Right? Who's the most violent in America? Right? Who's the most? Man, it ain't us. Right? 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 Proof. Even through integration, when we got past the civil, we got past, slavery, we got past Jim Crow, which is an extension of slavery. Now we sit up here, we getting rid of some of this stuff, and we go, man. Now I want y'all to understand some things, man. Why so much influx on the internet, the World Wide Web, via social media? Are we seeing so many pictures, right, depicting all types of imagery, but it's not real? Right? It's crazy, man. All right? And we go through this stage of integration as if we're going to get some type of fair treatment by trying to align ourselves with these people. Nah, man. Man, listen, man. Listen here, y'all, man. A history of violence. Facts. Provable. Easily so, might I add. Now, of course you can say, well, Verge, man, I just sit there, I just sit there, I just sit there playing the game, or right? So the White America History of Violence, I think I did a good job of proving that right now. Nothing that most of us already don't know as far as like the specific niche cases and scenarios, but as a whole, we don't need to know all that. As a whole, we have been shown and also known that there's massive amounts of evidence supporting that actually, and it's like I said, this ain't so much as pointing the finger like nah. This is just a fact, man. When it comes to violence, the large amount of people in this country, which aren't us black men, we don't purvey it. Y'all do. I'm talking about middle-aged, my age, white guys. You know, we don't sit up here and tell people to go home or go back to Africa, go back to Europe, go back to Portugal, go back to Spain, you know, go back to Denmark, Poland, somewhere. You did. It's wild, man. I see y'all going ill in the comments. Y'all cool, as long as y'all don't get out. Y'all cool. Y'all say whatever y'all want. Y'all know I'm tripping. I'm doing the show, right? And saying I know mathematics, geometric influence, know about the human body, loving myself and others through holistic psychology, and now about teens and adolescents. That's what's up, man. Congratulations to you, man. That's a beautiful thing, man. But when we're talking about integration, look what happened as a result of integration. Right? Not keep Alabama. See, that's true hatred right there. We don't do shit like that, man. Right? We don't do stuff like that, man. I'm not comparing because I'm just saying it's facts. We don't do shit like this, man. Keep that shit moving, man. Right? A history of violence. And I could go on with your Dylan Roos. I could go on with your Timothy McVeigh's. I could go on with a whole plethora of factual happenstance that took place right in this country that proves to y'all that, right? Right? History of violence is there. We don't have to go way back to slavery. We can go to a couple weeks ago. Right? And to sit up here and tell us to get over it, man, that's crazy. We don't tell the youths to get off of the Holocaust. You know? It's crazy, man. And I refuse, y'all. I absolutely refuse to be made the face of everything negative in America. I refuse. And I'm going to defend our culture and our image and our reputation. Fuck all that, man. I ain't about to ever, nah, man. I ain't about to do that to us, man. Who y'all think y'all is, man? You did. Smash that like button, click the bell, subscribe to the page. We about to get up out of here, man. Nobody will hit the link. I understand that's cool. I appreciate everybody coming out tonight. Y'all already know tomorrow night we getting straight to it. You did. You already know we getting straight to it tomorrow, man. You feel me? We getting straight to it tomorrow, Jack. You already know it's Tuesday. You understand what I'm saying? It's going to be Tuesday, so you already know what that means. Y'all know what it is on a nice 2 going up on a Tuesday. Right? Okay, yeah, here we go. Okay, yeah, here we go. All right, yeah. Let me pull this up for y'all real quick. All right. This is what we're gonna be tomorrow. We getting straight to it, man. Right. Shout out to my brother.com. You hear me tomorrow? We will be getting straight to this Sports Tuesday. You already know how it is, man. Right? Shout out to Shador, shout out to Coach Prime. And we're going to get it to tomorrow. That's all I'm going to say, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evening. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. Of course, share on your social engineering. You understand, man? Appreciate everybody coming out tonight. You did. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're right here with me, and I appreciate that. You know, I really do. I don't take it for granted. I don't take advantage of it. You know, I'm real like that. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. Y'all, we about to get up out of here, man. You already know, man. This is one of the new anthems. Especially when we're talking about standing
and
on
your Wi-Fi with free 2-day shipping. You can order your Wi-Fi.
Then what about the moment when you actually realize that you're not here by accident?
And if God can use a man.
Right? Man, all the stuff a brother done been through, brother, is wild.
And without arms and legs to be.
That's not necessary.
Walk with us, man. This is salute to all my FBA brethren out there, man. All my real ones, man. Y'all know who you are, man. Smash that like button, click it up to touch the page. We'll see y'all tomorrow, man. For the rest of the evening.
Task Force, Black Force, we the tag team. If it's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining on all of our black kings. All black everything, we got black tees. All black coffee, man, I don't add green. North give you all you need, no more caffeine. Close down the whole set, no more casting. Remove targets off our back like a black team. We keep growing up the game like a black team. The girl got a problem with me, then get at me. I'm tired to a bumper, now you got a drag queen. You can't stop me, you old as jalopy. This is past me, I got it photocopied. Caught up on film flow, tracks are sloppy. Trying to attack me, you a carbon copy. I see the heat like Timothy blocks, and I charge for a hook, put me in a penalty box. Man, I'm killing the ops while I look at my watch. All hands on deck like the time on the clock. Task Force, Black Force, we the tag team. If it's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining all on our black
Keep
things.
my grass cut low to catch a glimpse of the snakes. Devilish serpents with purpose to steal your cake. Smiling in your face while they got their eyes on your safe. Yeah. Boy, that hatred, man, they make you do some foul things. Switch up on your niggas like the numbers when the Dow change. When I'm with familiar, still a grind like a broke. Take it for granted, shit be going in the proof of smoke. Better put your plan in action, niggas get you used to hope. Formulated the plan, calculated the steps. 2020, my vision, see my way to the check. Only way is up, I made my way to the steps. Let's go. Look, only way to move is building kingdom shit. Niggas won't make a move, want you to bring them shit. But God bless the child that can hold his own. They want to give you numbers in his cell like a mobile phone. But fuck a cop, any wicked judicial system. Cause niggas on the edge, there for you to push. Bullets loaded tight up in that magazine. Bring a nightmare to American dreams.
Task Force, Black Force, we the tag team. If it's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining on our black kings.
Welcome back to Papa John's.